What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shawty, and as always, I got my podcast partner off in this thing, the original hot boy himself, Mr. YNT Turk. What up, though?
Man, I'm cooling, man. That's all. You heard me?
I mean, you're cooling, but it done got real hot in here, man. I got some A-Town legends and icons in here that's responsible for a lot of this good stuff that we enjoy in the A-Town today. Shawty Red, Big Gipp, what's good with it, fellas?
Facts.
I know you didn't know you were gonna see this.
Exactly, man. Man. When I got the call, I'm on the phone with Shawty. First of all, Shawty threatens to come in here every other month. Okay? Shawty called me, threatened me with pulling up. I said, Shawty. But when he put Gipp on the phone, I said, oh, okay, it's movie time in here.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, for those that don't know, though, Shawty, I'm going to start with you. Can you explain the connection between you and Big Gipp? And why y'all even here today? Because, I mean, folks might not even understand that.
Well, I've been knowing Gipp since I was with Twin Production. Like, you know, DJ Herb used to produce him. He used to come to the Shack on the Hill before. I was in the process of Drama Left, Right, Left was just blowing up.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of met Gipp.
Okay.
But I also had met him prior because I used to work their mics when they did shows, because Twin Production used to do all the big sound system.
Yeah.
So I would hand them their mics before I was even Shawty Red.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I kind of knew them from that. So every time I see them, they just embrace me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, when you saw a young Shawty Red, though, Gipp, first of all, how do you pick which young folks to take up under your wing and mentor, such as myself and Shawty?
Being honest and being just authentic.
Okay.
Shawty ain't never been nothing but himself.
Come on.
And, you know, a young hot red nigga back then. He was it, you know what I mean? Like he was it, and he gave that east side that flavor that the game didn't have. You didn't have a producer like Shawty Red that was talkative and at the same time he stood on what he stood on because he was a creator of a certain genre. He helped move something and helped move the needle. So his what people probably thought was arrogance, it was confidence.
Yeah.
It was because he knew that he had a line on something that didn't nobody have a line on at that time. And really, man, like his sound, it put a light on that east side.
Come on.
It put a light on the Legion of Doom and everything they were doing out that gate and out that all them strip clubs on that side. So he really gave the east side their own music. At that time, you know what I mean, and you know he was the go-to. You know, it was Jeezy and it was Gucci and it was him. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Hey, Shawty Red, I heard you say you was trapped out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you get trapped out after like bringing trap in? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like what he said. It's like, man, I've been produced 95% of old Atlanta. Like from the east side to the west side. So I was just trapped out because everything was sounding repetitive. It sounded like I was doing the same music I already did. So you know, I wanted to take a break. You know what I mean? That's when I say I'm all trapped out. You know, 'cause I could do other music. So I didn't think I was gonna be just labeled as this trap producer, and that's all the work I was gonna get, you know, because you know when you do certain type of work, that's the only type of chick you gonna get.
Exactly.
I want to get that other chick, you know, like the sexual seduction chicks. You feel me? That's a whole nother chick.
Come on.
You feel me?
I mean, that ATLA connection, though, man, that West Coast and Atlanta connection. Break that down, man. How the hell did the Atlanta and the West Coast get so intertwined? At what point did the Dungeon meet the Death Row and y'all become fam forever?
It was the beginning of the first albums. First of all, we got to understand that JD had a relationship with Death Row first.
Okay, then.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
JD
What up, though,
was really messing with Snoop and all them before we even knew about them.
Damn.
He had records with them. So I just think that once that happened, and then like Corrupt, man, like Corrupt has always been a part of the Dungeon. Because Corrupt, his wife lived here at one time, so Corrupt would be at the Dungeon when he was with what's the little girl from New York, Foxy Brown. He would be over there at the Dungeon with him and Foxy, you know. So I've been with them forever. And then when I would go to LA, you know, I would call Corrupt and Cujo and Timo, they might be on the phone with Snoop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we just used to always hook up when we get to that Lamontros. That Lamontros was like our ground zero in the early 90s. Everybody was at the Lamontros. We thought we made it.
Come on now, come on now.
Hey, one thing I know about Gipp, man, Gipp always seemed like he in the what's going on. You know,
Facts.
I even remember, man, we was at Pimp C house. He probably don't remember. But Gipp was one of the first ones I saw with platinum in his mouth. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? He pulled up and we was at Pimp C house, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he had on the clothes, you know, Gipp coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, who this nigga? This nigga had a fur coat on, so he was different. You heard? Like, where you get that being different from, bruh, and standing out from everybody?
Really learning. I started in high school because I think I went and joined the Nation of Islam at that time, trying to find focus. You know, and I used to be over there on Ashby Street at the mosque, and I said, man, like I'm rapping, but how can I be different than everybody? This what's going on, and that's when I said, I'm gonna wear silver. I ain't wearing gold because everybody was wearing gold then.
Facts.
So I just went to the flea market and I was like, give me everything silver.
Yeah.
So I just
yeah.
started going to school like that. And once I realized the attention that it was getting, I took it from jewelry to clothes to cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just
I
me.
copied him, by the way.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I had got a retainer that was silver. Like, I had the top and the bottom because I used to see him with it. People don't remember. I used to have silver, and they were like, "Look at Shawty with the overbite with the silver." And I was trying to be on my big Gipp.
Come on.
That's up. You feel?
No, I feel that. Now, I mean, Gipp, you know, I got to come to you about the trending topics. I mean, how do you feel post-election? We talked before the election or right at the election. How do you feel about these first few days?
I feel like this. We getting exactly what the other party gave the other party the power to do.
Ooh.
See, right now, if you upset that these folk going through government and going through the paperwork, I thought that's what every business do in America.
Ooh.
A new president
audit.
audit come in, we hit the audit, that this music business, this business, and to see all this waste, it's kind of like, man, y'all giving grounds to what he doing. Mm-hmm. If your hand got caught in the cookie jar and it come up faulty, then hey man, he gonna have all the right in the world to change the game. Mm-hmm. So I'm just looking at it like, man, when people can point out all this waste and then also people can see an agenda for what you're doing. It's like you got money for everything but for helping people in the United States.
Bruh.
That ain't to me at the end of the day, it's either family first or you need to go move where you want to be. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we can all feel like that, you know, I tell people all the time, if you grew up in the South, you're a different kind of guy than you are if you grew up any other kind of way.
Yeah.
So in the South, it was always just us and white people. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand what I watch go on in the politics now is that they've hooked up every other nationality and every other situation to what black people had to go through by themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why this man got in office and he said, you know what? I'm going to strip away everything and make everybody zero again.
Mm-hmm.
So now the black people, y'all can't talk about what y'all went through. Okay, Jewish people, you can't act like the Holocaust and this and that. People should care about this. The Indians, whatever you went through, we stripping away everybody props.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we gonna make it even. So at the end of the day, for me personally, you unloaded everybody up on our struggle. Hey man, take it away. Ooh. And then when we learn that, when we look at the actual DEI list, man, black people at the bottom.
Exactly.
So go on, scratch it.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Because it ain't helping us none anyway. And really, it's just another group who empowered over that, and they putting it on this person, and they just playing the middleman, getting the money and the kickbacks everywhere going on everywhere. So hey, man, like stop using the black face as the face, but it ain't got no power.
Yeah.
Jesse Jackson.
Well, now I feel you. So now, do you think exactly? Because I mean, when it comes to the DEI, and then they talking about what all Elon Musk is working on too. He went over there and told the Germans, you know, y'all need to stop feeling guilty all the time. Like you said, scratching everybody back to zero.
Yeah. You just taking everybody. You taking everybody guilt button away. See, if everybody's zero, then I ain't got to care about you. I got to care about what you're doing right now.
Oh,
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And I think right now, really, where we are right now, everybody should want to be judged on what they got right now, not about what somebody else did or somebody else went through. Because that man just walked up into the Treasury office with nothing but 20 to 25-year-old human beings, and they going through all the paperwork.
Yeah.
So that lets you know. And then for the other part, the Democrats, y'all just look like a bunch of women screaming at the camera right now with no power. This is like the old saying, you a dog just barking at the moon.
yeah.
He ain't got no power.
Why do you feel like Elon with the young folks for the change too? How do you feel about that? And then what do you think about that if we apply that to hip hop or across the board, if we just put it in the hands of the young folks, the intelligent ones, and see what the hell they had to say?
Well, it's not even that anymore. It's just that what we see what's going on is that these people are consolidating power everywhere. Everywhere that got something to do with the enhancement of black culture, they are consolidating the power and making it where we'll never be the face of it again. They making sure that they're gonna make sure it's not no more babies. They're gonna make sure it's not no more Lukes, no more Jay Princes, none of that. Because what they gonna do is they gonna put a dad in the West and a son in the East.
Yeah.
And they gonna buy up all of the independent platforms where ain't no artist independent. It ain't no independent no more. If you put something out, your record grows, they already got first dibs. There's no negotiation power for the future. So this is just an example again, just like they do throughout history. They pick one or two of us, give them all the power, and then when them one or two mess up, everybody else slaves. And that's exactly what you having going on in the music business right now. I keep saying it. They say that you could tell just by this last Grammys, they set individuals down and told them they are the ones that control hip hop. And I feel like everybody from the South, everybody has been left out of that conversation.
Yeah.
But when I really look and see what's going on, I'm like, yeah, but when you only give it to one or two, everybody else gonna suffer. And that's what we have. But what we do have is black people are resilient. What we've done, I feel like our culture is moving more into Southern soul, more into blues,
Facts.
more into more things that they don't understand and they don't control. That's when music will be free. And that's the reason why you see Atlanta right now, more and more Southern soul radio stations popping up.
Facts.
Because the same thing that happened in hip hop in Atlanta is about what's going to happen to these Southern soul artists. And I'm glad about that because
Talk to
now we're dealing with older artists again.
Exactly.
What up, those
Exactly.
Skywalker?
Exactly.
I mean,
And
come
I
on.
love it. So speaking of older artists, man, Shawty, you done work with all the legends, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, explain how it is working with these legends, and do you still work with these legends to this day?
Oh yeah, man. You know, it's dope for me because I grew up as a fan.
Yeah.
So like, you know, what a lot of people don't understand is like I've been going through a custody battle with my parents for years. So like I would be home in the day because my daddy from him, this is where I'm from, or I'd be in Yuma, Arizona.
Yeah.
That's where my mama from. So when you see me rocking A hats, I'm always representing two sides.
Both of them, yeah.
But I didn't know, like, when my grandma took me out to foster home,
Yeah.
I didn't know I was gonna see Gipp like a year later. I didn't know I was gonna see Jermaine like a year later.
Yeah.
Like they were right here. And at the time, I just happened to be like, soon as my grandma took me out to foster home, I met Raheem the Dream through
My
Twin
God.
Production. And he
Raheem.
had Drama,
Yeah.
which is, you know, it's the 25th anniversary now.
Yeah,
25
yeah.
years for
Yeah.
Left, Right, Left.
My
the whole
God.
shit. So, you know, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And they were just so humble. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I never seen that up. So I say, one day I'm going to produce them.
Yeah.
You know? So I always just sat in the studio and I was like, man, if I heard Organized Noise making the beat,
Yeah.
I would make the same type of beat. Cause I'm like, I'm gonna get with one of these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go, you know what I'm saying? Jermaine did a beat, I make that same type
Yeah.
of beat.
Come on.
That's why I say I'm trapped out, because I
Okay.
didn't know my success would be something that I don't really, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
answer me this though, Shawty, because see, that was one of the things too. When you watching Jermaine produce, you watching Organized Noise produce, but then you came with your own damn sound. How the hell did your sound formulate out of all of that?
it's like just, you know, listen to all of them, you know,
Okay.
and then, you know, Rico used to invite me to the house when I was young, so I used to come over there and see
Yeah.
what they was doing. Like,
Okay then.
you know what I'm saying? Or Jermaine would invite me over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see what he doing.
Okay.
And then, you know, 3 City Mafia, my family.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I just blended all that stuff together.
Crazy.
and just like, I'm a win by letting these people know I can actually play piano.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I started implementing that with hard hitting drums.
Yeah.
So, you know, at the time, booty shake was the biggest thing. So I made a mistake on my beat machine one day and it slowed down, and that's how I got that trap pattern, that little bounce. And
Yeah.
it
A
was
mistake.
all booty shake music,
Yeah.
booty shake 808.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a mistake.
Yeah.
And it sounded dope, and I just mastered it. And it been like that. That why I ain't never switched it up.
That's crazy.
When it come to trap.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and majority of the people that come to me for that sound,
Yeah.
they don't want me to switch the bounce up.
Yeah.
It's just the melodies.
Come on.
You know.
Gil, when it comes to hip hop, though, man, I mean, you're one of the people that keeps the conversation where it needs to be at. Okay. Right now, we got 50 and Meech and Rick Ross in the middle of a battle for no damn reason. What goes through your mind when you see a man that did 19 years in prison, then he got to come home to being in the middle of some hip hop foolery?
It's just the game. Everybody's trying to capitalize off of what's been happening and what he built outside of going to prison. BMF is just it's part of our culture now.
Yeah.
You know, like 50 Cent being able to do what he's done with television. I mean, he's went up there and did what platinum producers do. He did hit after hit after hit.
Facts.
And going, platinum in TV is way different than music. So it's just different money scale. So just to watch him be successful in that place is great. And Rick Ross, one of our best lyricists from the South. I mean, like, they don't give Ross what they need to give Ross, but Ross in top 5. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because Ross really. He took that whole lane and he really made it better. He made it better from just listening to what Biggie did, and he did his twist and put that Southern thing twist, and it even became bigger. A bigger brand of selling just actual products. Like his name has become a product. So I understand it. I know. I think it's great that they doing it in Miami.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just for the people that want to see the music and see Meech. You don't usually get to see this story when a person done been through what he been through. You usually don't get to come home to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody hollering they gonna do a concert for you. They dropping out jewelry, taking pictures. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It don't usually go down that way. So I would just say, man, appreciate what God got for you.
Come on.
And stay out these folk way and
Yes, sir.
make sure your son even reach higher heights,
Thanks.
bigger than the BMF, situation, because so many of our greats just didn't have this happen to them. And, I can't say Harry O, man, Snoop and everything they doing out there with the with their foundations and everything. He's another one that was
It's true.
He came home and it was a whole nother story that usually don't happen.
Exactly.
So I would just say, for them being in those special positions they in, learn how to capitalize off your face, your name, and everything that it's about. It's about selling your name now and making sure that you can control what people see and hear.
Exactly.
Do y'all see the streets and the industry? Do y'all think that the streets is dead? Like nobody even care about the streets no more, man. Like, look, man, we gonna take care of our business. Fuck what's going on over here. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we used to kind of hold the streets down.
Yeah.
But now it's like everything just, man, we don't care. You know what I'm saying? What made y'all think it went to that level? You know what I'm saying? Where a motherfucker just don't care about the street shit no more. Anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Gil, you first.
I just feel
Because it
like,
used to be strictly streets, nigga. You gotta be streets.
I just think that we have allowed others to buy the street persona.
Oh.
We have sold it to somebody, and see, once you sell it, that means they have the right to either invest in it or not. Mm-hmm. And I think that right now, I think that once the little insurance thing came out, it seemed like the industry was like, oh, we got to get out. Like it just seemed like once we figured out that, oh, y'all putting insurance on all these little young cats, so it's almost like if they get killed, go to jail, don't matter, you still gonna get your money.
Exactly.
So I think that once they understood that the little secret was out, I think that was they calling to get out of the street business.
Damn.
Boy, you deep.
Oh, he snapped.
Oh yeah, you deep.
I
What
don't
you
have
think,
nothing
Shawty?
to say. I agree with him.
It's
Well,
crazy.
what do y'all
He
think?
said it the best way.
Exactly. Them DEI Grammys, that's what they called them. That just happened. How did y'all feel about the Grammy Awards, man? And what were y'all thoughts about how it went down this year?
Man, I ain't watched the Grammys since they snubbed it from me and Snoop.
Ooh.
You feel me?
So you just been fed up ever since
Yeah,
then.
because remember they put Lollipop in the category with us, and Lollipop had just came out.
Yeah.
So we got beat by Lil Wayne, which you know I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
But you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm glad somebody won. You
Yeah.
know, I ain't knocking it, but it's
Yeah.
just like that record wasn't out as long as Sexual Seduction was.
Yeah.
And when I talked to Snoop, he was just like, well, you know, this when I learned, I ain't know you get voted on by your peers.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the Grammys.
Yeah.
So everybody, you know what I'm saying?
That what they say.
That's what
That's what they
they
say.
You know what I'm
So they
saying?
say, so with Snoop,
I don't think the peers count.
right,
You
right.
feel me? So that what they say, nigga.
Right.
Because you remember back in the days, not to cut you off, the radio station used to be ran by your peers too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that shit all lies to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
think
for
it's
real.
great for JD. I think that was
Congratulations, JD.
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 JD. Cops, man, goddamn.
Yeah,
man. How many-
exactly.
y'all got some more, goddamn.
Can't stop, won't
yeah,
stop.
Yeah, I love it to death. It's just when the average person can look at the TV and be like, I know that album ain't it because I ain't heard it.
Yeah.
That's when you know you making a grave mistake with the actual industry, because now the average person can look at it and say they can see the false in it, and I think they're making a great mistake with that, because it's making all of the OGs, like I saw Melba Moore put a post up and said, man, the music isn't about talent anymore, it's about popularity.
Yeah.
So once the OGs over us that start coming and saying, and then also the disrespect that they gave the Babyface was just awesome. Like that was just like, wow. Like,
My God.
but see, this is the problem I got. As long as you keep trying to go to somebody's house that don't want you in it, you gonna get exactly what you get.
Every time.
Yes, sir.
You keep trying to be like somebody that it's like 1 minute it's just like people outside protesting and waving another country flag.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful. So it's like, if you gonna keep watching people manipulate your culture and you gonna keep taking the scraps for it, then you can't get upset when you wind up in the place you in. Because as long as we keep accepting the low bar,
Yeah.
then that's what you're gonna get from the business also.
Amen.
I'm not a Kendrick Lamar hater. I love They Not Like Us, that song. That song was a doggone hit. Okay? But it cleaned house at the Grammys. Future Metro, they went in there and they jammed last year too, but they ain't get no love at the same time.
Because again, now this shit scripted. This shit scripted. See, right now, they mad at the South. They don't want to keep giving the South no award. Y'all keep breaking the law. Y'all keep breaking the law. So what we gonna do is we gonna try and team up with the West Coast and act like we want the West Coast to win. But because we want the West Coast to win, because we know we gonna help, he's gonna eliminate an enemy of ours. That's Drake. That's all. It's just it's war games going on, and these are the war games that also destroyed New York as a hip hop capital. Because once you start sending us at each other for profit gain, then we again, music has changed into something that it wasn't supposed to be. Music was supposed to be used to teach, build, and give people joy.
Yes, sir.
Now when you turn around and you like, okay, hey bro, I don't like Buddy right there, so I'm gonna pay you to take him out. See, when you start doing all that kind of stuff, that girl stuff, you know what I mean? So I don't really get into all that, but that's what hip hop turned into. That's why when the OGs say it's turned into a popularity game, it's about who you with and who you running with. But your record, I might not even heard your record, but because of who you with, you won your award. Now, will you have you a career? I don't know, you know, because when I'm looking at it, I'm like, look at all them artists that go out there and do Rolling Out Loud. For the past 10 years, I bet you half them artists that did that Rolling Out, they ain't in the business no more. Because they'll never get back to that stage because they didn't have to go to the chitlin circuit like me and like us three had to do.
Exactly.
We had to go to the chitlin circuit. I met that man in Chatter. Where we met first time on the road. I met when
We was somewhere.
we was somewhere when I first met you on the road. I think in Georgia somewhere. I think we was in the backwoods somewhere.
I think we were in Augusta.
Augusta,
I think.
right?
Yeah.
First time I met Turk them, we was in Nashville. Y'all messing with old boy them in Nashville. And,
Twine, what up, boy?
Yeah.
Jimmy.
You know what I mean?
Flying to Nashville,
So,
spend 80s.
Yeah.
Charlie Ray, man, you know, being a producer, man, and you know, being an artist, like, which one would you prefer to be? You know, would you do both?
I mean, after talking to Gipp last week and him telling me I should do an EP, I'm thinking about jumping back in it. But
Time for that.
I always wanted to be a producer, but you know, when you get so big, like, you know, the labels want you, hey, write your own records, be your own rapper. You get the whole check. You ain't gotta go over there and work with Buddy no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what I was doing. I was just like, you know, but a lot of the artist side of me is like, I don't do trap music for real, for real. Like, if you hear my sound, it's like sexual seduction, or it's on some, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Gipp and tell you, like, I got some shit over there ain't nobody heard.
Yeah.
And everybody think I'm just sitting there on some trap shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I do play it for like, well, back then, because you know I control my own shit now. But back then they was like, how do we market this? He the trap god, he this and that.
Yeah.
We don't know how to put this out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, when you get in that situation and you don't have creative control, you know, that's when it messes it up. So you just be like, man, let me just stick to producing. You know, because, you know, I didn't even want the Drifter record to be the first single. And they leaked that record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had a record with John Legend that I wanted to drop first.
Damn.
On some positive vibe shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They were like, nah, we gonna drop this Drifter.
Yeah.
And then they took Gipp off the Drifter, put Snoop version, and gave it to DJ Clue.
My God.
So the South was just mad at me. I was like, I ain't have nothing to do with that.
Thank
So
you.
it kind of messed me up on the artistry.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't my plan. The plan was Gipp blew the record up,
Yeah.
keep Snoop on there. I got one verse, and Gipp got his verse.
Yeah.
The same way it was.
Exactly.
And they dropped the ball and gave it to a New York producer, and everybody, all the southern producers, they messed with me, messed with him.
Yeah.
They were like, man, how they get that version and what going on? Why Gipp off the record?
Yeah.
You know? And that just made me stop being an artist.
Get in here, Gipp.
It was amazing. It's like, man, it's happened to me so many times in
Are
the
you
career
serious?
where we'll do something so organic and then the people show up and then shit get remixed. You know what I mean? And I always knew a lot of times it had something to do with people having a problem probably with me. You know what I mean? But I you know, my thing was for me never to get into a depression. I always keep moving.
Okay then.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like I knew that, you know, even with Shawty Red, when he was like, man, we probably did that record one time out in public.
Yeah.
And he sprung it on me. I'm like, nigga, I don't even remember the verse. I'm like, man, nigga, I don't remember no verse. He just threw that shit on the middle card.
I ain't know it either.
I'm like, that shit. You know, so it's like, I always just love being at the forefront of something. And then when they tripped me out when we did the record, and then the next thing I heard was sexual seduction, I was like, yeah, boy, Snoop came in there and heard that shit. He was like, whip me up, something like that.
Yo, no, he actually wanted to buy that one, but I had got the deal with Sylvia Rome.
Yeah.
Sylvia Rome signed me, and that's who controlled the project.
Right. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I feel
that's
that.
what happened, because we were killing the independent. Just the version with me and Gipp.
Yeah.
And that version's still out. Like, it came out, but I wanted Snoop, Gipp, you know what I'm saying? I
And
wanted that
Shawty.
the main version.
Yeah.
That would've
Because
been
we
crazy.
already had
Crazy.
it. Yeah, we already had the independent version out.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you get the deal, okay, we got to switch this record out. And Snoop was finna go on tour. So I was like, nah, we ain't taking Gipp off the record. I want Snoop at the beginning, keep my verse in the middle, and let Gipp ride out.
Yeah.
Because if you try to put, see, this is the thing about producing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you put the feature artist before you, and you last, they gonna cut the record.
Yeah.
So if you know how to do it,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
gonna play the whole record.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the key to that.
That's that manifest
So
shit.
that's how I set it up.
Yeah.
And they did it the wrong way. So I was mad about it.
My God. I mean, speaking of those industry politics at the same time, Gipp, what went through your mind when you saw Drake say, you know what, this ain't just a rap battle, this is a corporate battle, and him saying that, you know what, I'm taking the UMG to court behind all this.
He the only one that could ever do something like this.
Okay.
Period.
And it be cool.
Yeah, he the only one that could ever do something like this.
Yeah.
And outside of that, all it does is make it harder for the new artists. Because what's gonna happen now is that these people gonna say, okay, well, this is the things we get. So we made sure you had a 10-year run. Couldn't nobody topple you.
Right.
And this is how we get repaid back. So what we gonna do for the rest of the artists and for the rest of the time in this business, we gonna give it to them. We just gonna take. So when you see the Spotify by itself in profits of $1 billion, that mean they ain't paying nobody.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you look at the game and how it's set up right now, if you took the music game and put it in the street right now, that's illegal.
Yeah.
That's colluding.
Yeah.
All y'all in bed together, that's against the law.
Yeah.
So again, now they've made it where anywhere that's gonna create black wealth, we got to put a muzzle on that now, because at the same time we got a Kanye West that has bucked all the rules. You know what I mean? And if he a monster by himself. If we had 5 of him, we a man. We couldn't control what would be said and heard out here.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing that people are trying to wrangle back in.
Yeah.
Is the control of what of the platform of what we have to say and what we can say.
It's crazy. Spotify and Universal, I just seen something where they did a new deal or
That's
something. Man.
colluding.
They were saying that the artists are gonna benefit and the writers are gonna benefit. How much benefit you think we are gonna benefit from that deal? 'Cause we ain't even hear about the deal, but we
Ain't no benefit,
you know.
because just the same thing they having a conversation right now that now TikTok is a record label, but now TikTok added a whole nother zero on to the penny. So it's 0.5. Oh my God! Like where we at? Where we at, man? We I mean, it's kibbles and bits at this point.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, really, it's making it where everybody that's gonna be in the music business, it's gonna make you have to invest a certain amount of money before they even play with it now.
Do you think people like Drake and Kanye, with them being outliers and willing to fight against the system and rage against the machine, do you think they'll ever be able to win that fight, or will they be able to keep the fight going long enough for people to understand and support them?
Michael Jackson couldn't win the fight. How you think they gonna win the fight?
Amen. Amen.
Knock on wood.
I'm not gonna argue. You want me to argue with you about that? You want to throw Prince in there too?
Yeah, like think about it. Like,
Is they ever gonna stop taking them out?
They not, because at the end of the day, they gonna always be able to change somebody's life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as you got the power to change somebody's life, you gonna have a worker.
Yeah.
And I just think that we as artists and producers just have to get stronger in the way that we present our work and control our work. Whereas if they come to deal with you, they understand you understand.
Yeah. Right.
That's the only way that we're gonna survive in the future.
Yeah.
Because outside of that, I feel like it's only a few babies. It's only a few of them that's really been in them rooms with them people and had to really talk about a large amount of money that has to be appropriated for a lot of artists.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna have this conversation with a lot of more people. Like, I just think the glory days of having. See, I put it like this, and I use QC as the example.
Yeah.
QC was a label that was blowing up, that turned around and turned some street rappers into some pop stars.
Damn right.
Right? Soon as they blow up, it seemed like that they label got attacked. It seemed like one fella went after the girl, pulled her away from the group. The other fella went after Quavo. Now he's staying in L.A. See, when you become something that they didn't have nothing to do with, they send somebody to go and see if they can break that circle up.
Team
Man,
up.
what?
Divide and conquer.
And that's what they did to QC. That's why I feel like Coach and P made the best decision. Go on, sell out now.
Yeah.
Go on, sell out now, because they just gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
So go on, sell out, get your best price, get out the way. Go buy some Bojangles.
I hear a lot of people say, hey, B, look, I hear a lot of people say the white folks, right? And the white folks doing this, doing that. But what about these niggas who doing the same thing that the white folks doing to the niggas?
That's the reason why. That's the reason why the game is still right now.
Cause it's fucked up too.
Because they gave it to some niggas that they gave it to some niggas that it ain't about doing business, it's about you bowing down.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, that's the difference. See, I can do business with somebody that don't understand me.
Yeah.
But if I'm looking at myself and you think you pulling the game on me just cause the folk gave you the bag, oh, okay. This the Willie Lynch. This the spook that sat behind the door.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
And it's cool. They're trying to see what you gonna do to get it up. Now, look at what's going on. Look at what's going on. So when you look at what's going on, Gipp ain't lied to you. You just don't want to goddamn open your eyes and see the truth.
Yeah.
Zaga.
Telling the truth, and I hate it.
The Zaga.
Ain't
The Zaga.
Like, cause for me, if Coach had built and P had built the labels that they had did at this time, they should be the two people that everybody go to with hip hop.
That's true.
Not somebody else that's holding on the power, just saying, well, hip hop was created in our city, so we get to rule it and we get to rule over everybody. Man, you don't understand nobody in the South. You don't understand nobody in the West, man. You just hogging the play, pimp.
Yeah.
Who running the play now though, Gipp? Like we used to have these forefronters who was running the game. But it's like, who running it? Like, who is the guy to go to right now?
Where we are right now, we in Operation Seek and Destroy. The game is taking out who they anointed right in front of your face. One already in jail. He never coming home. The other one will fall soon. That's the way it go. You know what I mean? Because if they put you into these places, they can take you out of these places. But they can only take you out when you go in there and say, hey, bro, I do anything.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I do anything
Come
for
on.
the power. You see, I know Rico Wade walked away from deals like that.
Come on,
When
man.
hey, bro, enslave your niggas, and we gonna give you the world.
Right.
I'm cool, man.
See that?
I'm cool. I'm gonna go. I really love mine.
Yeah.
They ain't for business. They ain't for show.
Ain't for sale.
They ain't for sale. I go back home. I walk away from the 30 million. You see what I'm saying? Other folks took that
Man,
money. So
say some shit.
let's go ahead and be real, man. Like when we real about the situation, as long as you give them your life, you can have everything.
So it's another person that we are waiting for the destruction.
Well, I just feel like at this point right now, you've never seen in music Lucent Grange and a son.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have my son running Atlantic and I'm running the West Coast. That means we run the music business.
Come on.
Now we ain't gotta lie about it no more. Who run the music business?
Damn.
It's in-house.
Okay. No more black faces.
Come on.
Damn.
That's it.
Damn.
When they drug Jay-Z into the Diddy case, what was going through your mind at that time, Gipp?
They've been together a long time, bro. They're like, if you think about once Def Jam was destroyed and Dame was kicked out of the city, wasn't no more Irv Gotti. It's just been Jay and Puff. Like when I went to New York, or we go to New York, that's when the parties went out of the clubs, and now we having the parties at the Dream Hotel and all that.
Yeah.
It's like it's been nothing but them since it's been not New York without DMX. You know what I'm saying? It's been just been those two. So when you think about it, it's like, man, Puff ain't about to go down by itself. He gonna tell it. like, bro. Like,
tell it
he
on
gonna
them,
tell it, bro. Like, people ain't gotta be honest. But hey, man, like, the game is the game. The game just like the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get way up there and then somebody say, hey, bro, but then talk wrong to somebody around here. He think he got there and he can't go. Yes, he can. And it always, don't everything always come down to a woman or something. Every time something go on, it's about a woman.
Yeah.
So that lets you know that, you know, I didn't know this, but the other day I got to see this actual tape about some kids that was around, you know, what was the kids used to, the Beastie Boys. Do you know how they got out of their deal with Russell? They recorded Russell with a girl in a certain situation. And when they wanted it, and when they wasn't gonna let them out of the situation, they said, hey, Russell, we got to take.
Ooh.
They was out in 24 hours. So that lets you know that these games of control and power have always been there. So, hey, okay, put a girl on him. He think he popping. Tell her leave her phone on.
See that?
Next thing you know, man, they got that sitting in the room with you when you negotiate. Man, look at me, boy, what you did over there, bro. You gonna be hard, or you want us to be hard? Shit, I'm a sign.
Damn.
And that's what's been going on in the music business. That's what's been going on in the music business, man. People gotta understand, bro. Once we started that blackball shit in our culture, it became a cancer. Because once we started getting rid of certain people, the game sat back and watched us like, look at the black people killing off each other. Okay, well, if they can do it, we all can do it, right? So, hey, that's where the game at right now. So that's why the game's so stale, because a lot of these cats and use that formula to stay in power, blackball others.
Yeah.
And if I can't blackball you, I just take your artists. Because I ain't never seen black people have the art. Black people have never had the ability to walk around the industry and take other people's artists. But we've seen it in the last 2 or 3 years. We've seen people just walking in another person's camp, and just because they somebody, they artists walk right out the door with them. And it's okay, we're going to take care of whatever need to give you. But see, that's what lets you know that the system with you.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody going to allow no black man to come take nothing from nobody unless you got them folk with you.
Yeah.
So that's what just lets you know that when you play with the devil, he also got a kill switch for you too.
Yeah.
you got to go too sooner or later. Soon you in the way. So, you know, when you watch the awards, you go, album of the year? Well, who played it? Okay, all right, it's cool with me.
Beyonce.
I ain't mad, and I ain't mad at nothing, because I'm looking at it like, I can't get upset about none of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Them people put their money and their time into that.
Come on.
But at the same time, too, don't get mad at me, because my eyes don't see what yours see. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I'm not going to live in a world of delusion because you fine with it.
Come on, man.
Beyonce. we can't get off of her. Nah, Beyonce, man, she acted stunned, like she don't know what was going on. When you seen Beyonce win the country Grammy, you know, what were your thoughts? Like, honestly.
Honestly, I don't know, because I didn't really, honestly, if I would say honestly, it's a few artists out here that's been doing country that I've seen go out here and really break ceilings. That's Blanco Brown.
Yeah.
You talk about somebody who got out here, got into that culture, went up there to Nashville.
Had to fight,
had to prove that he was talented enough to do it. I didn't see Blanco nowhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if I look at anything that's supposed to be black cowboy, black country, should be Blanco Brown.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So when I see that, and then I see how it switch all the way over here, then I say, damn, that's the meaning of culture vulturing. Watching other motherfuckers do what they do, then say, I'm gonna take that because I'm bigger.
It's fucked up.
And it's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. That's music. But the audience can see now. Just like the communications and the technology just different than it was in the 80s. It's like everybody can see, like, yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, you got the budget, you got the bag. They told you a long time ago, if your budget big enough, man, you can make the world believe.
Straight up.
And that's just what it is, you know what I mean? But at the same time, too, to not see people like Blanco that I know have went and put work in that area, you know, it's great to see Shaboozey. What's her name? That's his name. Shaboozey. Yeah.
He doing his thing.
But Shaboozey, you can't come out here and act like that's a brand new song. That's Jaquan song now. That
Shaboozey.
That Shaboozey.
I say Shaboozey.
I'm just saying. I'm with you, cuz. I'm just saying that Jaquan song. So don't get up here.
Jaquan ain't on the remix.
He ain't on the remix. He ain't on the publish. He ain't on there.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, see? But see, that's how it go. When that man did a whole thing, man, come on. Everybody in the club get tipsy. Come on, bro. Like, hey, bro, he ain't on stage with you. Oh, that's see, that's culture vulturing. That's taking and then acting like it ain't somebody else's. But because I got the bag with me, I can do this. But I hope you got a career after that, because you got to prove that you really do country after this record ain't here no more. If you build yourself on false pretense, I don't know where your career gonna be left when they turn the lights on.
Babyface, L.A. Reid, why do you feel like they don't put the respect on their names for what they brought to the game, man?
Because they wanted to give it to somebody from New York and not them. That's just what it is. It's like, think about it. Why would I ask them to sell their label at the time they were doing it? When LaFace was popping, why would I sell? Unless I want you out the way. So they got you out the way. See, once you sold, you gave your power up. And I love, you know, that's the OG to me. He the dude, but I'm like, I know he probably sit up some nights and be like, boy, if I ain't closed LaFace, boy, God. Boy, I would have caught all this shit. Yeah, OG, you would have caught all this shit.
Yeah.
Isn't that LaFace would have been universal.
Yeah.
So that's where you got to look. Like, I know he didn't think that all them different eras was gonna come after he closed LaFace. Like, you had the crunk, you had everything, cause the cheese, you had the T.I., you had everything, a whole new wave even after you closed LaFace. So you just got to look at it and be like, damn, like, if I had just stayed LaFace and stayed right here, I still would have got probably the same results. You know what I mean?
You think they made him close it down?
it's always a maid closed down when they want what they got they hand on to win. That was a way to slow Atlanta down, take him away from Atlanta, and hope Atlanta died. But
And
Atlanta
change
didn't
direction, too.
die.
Yeah.
It didn't die.
Yeah.
You tried to take the man and turn the town on, take him away and put him in New York. And then you thought Atlanta was gonna die, but now what you didn't understand is that he taught us well. Everybody learned from him being here, him and Babyface being here. So I think that if you look at it, he ain't really do nothing but just walk off on a full blown trap that was ready to go. Like he walked off on the money. Cause if he had stayed here another 5-10 years, I mean, yeah, he still went to New York and garnered success. I mean, you still had Pink blow up. You still had the emergence of Def Jam and other artists. You know, Jeezy. Everybody. You know, you was able to have real artists with you from the South while you was in the building. So I think that you still won, but you know the power and the consolidation of power, what you seeing right now go on in the music business, you're like, damn, bro, they ain't gonna let nobody else black do that. What, you know, Baby them been able to have, you know, P them been able to have, like really be able to grow you something, and they say, hey, bro, he go a check, go and do what you do. You know, I don't think them days over with.
Yeah.
Where they just gonna give you a check and say, hey, bro, go do what you do, bring that back, man. I trust in you. They don't trust in nobody no more.
Them checks gone. I was about to ask Shawty Reid, man, who he ain't worked with in the game, you know what I'm saying? But we'll wait till he come back and you know, do his thing. Gipp, you got into a lot of branding and you know, the CBD world, you know what I'm saying? Like, what made you get into that, Gipp?
Just first of all, better health, and then my father had cancer, and it was a way for me to start treating him because he couldn't handle the RSO like the other, you know, actual medicines they do for cancer that's really made of THC, and he could really just do the CBD stuff, and it just gave me a new way because with watching it help him, I was like, wow, I can help people with this. And I felt like CBD been around here for years, but we walked past it our whole life and never even looked at it, you know what I mean? So, but to watch it actually work, I was just like, nah, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna use myself as an instrument to just be able to educate my folk that, yeah, bro, you can find other ways of treating yourself besides just going and taking them opioid pills. So that was my main objective of it. But then getting into it, it's like I got a new deal. I started learning that it's even bigger than just the product. Like you gotta also understand the industry, you know. And when you want to get out here and say that you independent, you have to take care of everything that encompasses. And that's putting up all the money for it to get to market. And I think we've been very, very lucky to be able to do all of our products, and they sell and they work. And you know what I've learned is now that they see that we have gotten into this area of business, now they want to change the laws. So now I have to also understand,
crazy, man.
you know,
damn,
now,
can't have shit.
you know, they watch you go and you build a fan base or you build a customer base, and then now you wake up in the morning and they tell you that half your products are outlawed now, and that's only because they ain't cut in. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I look at things like, when I look at where the world is right now and where black people are, we got to stop begging these people to respect us.
Come on.
See, this is what I would tell anybody out there in the West. See, why these folk out here talking about they gonna go out here and protest and all that, all the gang members supposed to be going to get their gang, and y'all go take over them fields and them taco spots. So when these folk wake back up, them spots ain't there no more. We got them. See, I think that we got to be more economically sound in how do we build out from just being an employee.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when I hear all these black folks say, who's gonna pick this and who's gonna do this? Hey, bro, black people used to do that.
Exactly.
Black people used to pick that.
Come
so
on.
all you got to do is pick that back up, and then you become a strength, and you ain't got to be talking about what somebody else doing. You ain't got to be hooking yourself up to somebody else. Yeah, you go organize and you take over all them fields that they picking, and they getting them stuff out them fields.
Yeah.
Now everybody in the set, you got a job for the set, and you kicking up money because you got to go out there in the field and work for the hood. Now, in my mind, that's growth. That's growth. That's saying, okay, this is an opportunity. These folk ain't working. If I put all my homeboys out here and we go to these fields to these people and say, hey, bro, let us go get these peas out the peels or these peaches, then we are growing. We showing each other how we can grow through our putting in work as a unit. But all this sitting around thinking folks supposed to take care of you and send you a check because you're triggered. You can't go outside, you know what I mean? Like, you know, your feelings all on your forehead. Man, come on, man. Like, it's amazing to watch the Democratic Party right now, and all I see is women. When in the world do we send our women to war with men? That's why they weak to me. I'm just like, man, where you strong men getting in the front, won't pop that? You got all women popping at men.
Yeah.
Man, it don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. So that's why I say that right now, we as a people gotta, nothing that we have been through, and I'm saying in the last 50 years, is light work compared to what the elders went through. So what we crying about?
Come on now. I gotta piggyback off of something Turk was saying earlier. Sometimes it comes from our side too, Gipp. How do we regulate our side to get folks to come together? Because we had a dungeon family, but I ain't seen a family like that since, where you got 15 folks and then got a few generations to follow.
Yeah.
How do we bring the family back into the game?
Man, what?
It's the music. I think that's why I think Southern Soul is that. Because right now with me going on the road with Sky and going back into the chitlin circuit and seeing people that worked good in my first record.
Damn.
I'm still down here in Millersville, Gipp.
Yeah.
I'm still back here, you know.
Yeah.
So just to hook up with them people and say, it's good to see you. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, and I got something new.
Exactly.
My God.
That's life for artists, and I feel like if more artists went back in they past and went and did the things that they did just to be in the game, it would give them a new life, because them people in the chitlin circuit, bro, I say this all the time, man, I don't care if these folk outlaw me all the way. I'm gonna be fine in the chitlin circuit. I go all day, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Them little 2 and 3, they add up. You know what I mean?
I'm with you, cause he talking that shit. Cause right now, you know, the Hot Boy being on tour, man, you know, a lot of people thought that shit wouldn't happen, man, you know, and I think it's the year of the OGs, you know what I'm saying, and us all coming back. You work with everybody, so who you haven't worked with that you want to work with today?
But you know, I already told you it was you, cause you know this is our first
Hey,
time.
man.
You know, bro, we got ties. We got people, but we just ain't never hooked it up.
It's locked
You feel
in
me?
now.
You
It's
feel
locked
me?
in, clocked in, cause I am working on the album. You know?
Yeah.
That Joseph album. Yeah. You know, we make anything rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna say we can't? Yeah.
Pretty much,
Nah,
man.
most definitely, man. Like I'm a big fan, you know what I'm saying, of both
Same
of you
here, same
guys,
here.
bro, you know what I'm saying, and bro, y'all humble, bro, especially that nigga Gipp, man, you know what I'm saying, this nigga just be everywhere, bro, like, no security, but don't mean he ain't secure, you know what I'm saying, hey, I wanna know though, like, where did that confidence right there come from, Gipp, because it's like, bro, you say a lot of shit out your mouth, Gipp.
Yeah.
And you know how nigga be like, man, you can't say that, but you like, nigga, I'm saying what the fuck I want to say. I'm going where the fuck I want to go. But you don't have problems, Gipp. Like, what's the secret sauce, nigga? For real, everybody can't do that, Gipp.
I just look at it like this, like,
That's the truth.
I don't care. I look at it like I'm a man. And
First.
some of y'all work for the industry and some of us don't.
Come on now.
And I'm not gonna be policed by nobody that took them folk money. I don't care what you got. Once you took them folk money, we different anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you one of the ones that approach me, I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to you. I'm waiting for you to come. You know what I mean? And so I leave that bait out there for anybody want to challenge it. You know what I mean? But at the same time too, it's like I ain't telling you nothing that you don't know. And I'm telling these other folks something they need to know.
Come on.
Everything ain't to be trusted just because it got money.
Yeah.
And you know, when we all started, everybody was sitting around here eating out the same chicken box.
real.
Yeah.
There wasn't nobody around here acting like we way up there and we way down here.
Yeah.
We all eating out the same chicken box. So when I get into that kind of presence and I get into them people that walk like that, oh shit, nigga, I'm that nigga. What's happening?
You come on.
Like, and I don't need no security. And you security over there, I got something for them too.
Yeah.
I'm by myself.
Yeah.
I'ma do it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
wait.
so that's why I look like you gotta look that in time, everybody who's somebody in the black community was not them niggas when they was on this earth. Y'all let something happen to them. And I want y'all to know this too. If they ever do something to anybody in your presence, that because they were telling you something that was real. They gonna let the fake live to the end of time.
Yeah.
Man, what?
The real always leave first.
Yeah.
So if this my purpose, I'ma walk this.
Yeah.
Cause I'm cool. I'm cool with money. That ain't it. You know what I mean? That ain't it. That's cool. That's like I still know everybody gonna go to that ground broke. They gonna go right back. I don't care what your persona is and nothing. But once you get in that ground long enough, whatever it is, don't nobody care.
Come on, man. Come on. Right. Around that jail, nigga. Come on, shit.
Don't nobody care, man. You just got a big old monument out there in the ground. Don't nobody care.
If that, nigga, you might just got hurt, nigga.
So
with no name. Who this is right here?
So as long as I feel like this, everybody that we believe in, our big mamas, our grandmamas, they walk with the people.
That's right.
They ain't walk with the building.
Yeah.
So if you walk with the building, we know who you is. But hey, man, the ones that always change stuff for us as a people were the ones them people didn't accept.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. I'm cool.
When you talk about being accepted, though, Gipp, because see, it's a lot of folks out here that's doing their thing, okay? Turk hit you with telling the truth, not hating, and they will nail his ass up to a cross, okay? I'll do my own thing, and folks will act like they don't know what the hell's going on. We've been dominating for 10 years. Explain that to people from the outside looking in, because they don't believe. They might see you being ostracized or not hanging with a certain crew and not in the middle of shit and believe it's because you're not winning.
But that's how can that be? Yeah, I've been in your favor 30 years. I ain't never went nowhere.
Again, why?
I've been in your
They
favor
don't know
30
no better.
years.
They don't know no better.
And I'm looking at it right now like, Gippy right now, my cousin Sky Wiley right now.
Come on now.
Is a face in this new genre, this new game that I see that's gonna have another 10, 15 year run.
Yeah.
I caught a record with him, man, and I'm on the radio again with him.
Yeah,
So regardless,
man.
I'm looking at it like my talent outlast your business.
Yeah.
The business gonna change every couple of years, but my talent, hey boy, I went to school,
Right.
Jack. I went to that organized noise.
Come on
school.
now.
This shit,
Yeah.
just like Andre can lead the mic and go play a flute.
Exactly.
Hey man, you had to go to that school, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have confidence to go here, and here.
Break down that school, though. What was going on?
At the end of the day, if you don't love music, ain't no way you gonna stay in it in this climate.
Big facts.
If you don't love music, you ain't gonna stay in it in this climate because the glory days of it feeding you like this, that's over with.
Okay.
See, now what they doing? We gonna pull off. I guarantee you by summertime won't be no rap on the radio.
I can believe.
It won't be no rap on the radio.
Real rap.
And this shit about to turn back to when I came in the game. R&B is gonna be the forefront. JD and them gonna be back in the front.
Yeah.
It's gonna be about who can write these R&B songs, and do the R&B records. And the other part is gonna be that Southern Soul, which is nothing but the new version of blues sped up. So now you got the R&B going back, the ladies, the love. Then you got the Southern Soul for the families, the old folks, and the young children.
Yeah.
Then you got
that family
you got
shit,
trap jazz too.
Okay, now break down this trap jazz.
I mean,
So
I'm still learning like one of my people, but it's like it's trap music, but it's jazz instruments. It's like you know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I mean? It's like it's hard to explain. Like I'm still learning about it myself because one of my people do it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, trap jazz, you would have never thought that, but it's smooth. Like it's smooth, but it's just like. It's like on some trap.
Nah, it's crazy, bro. Cause I ain't like, cause seeing Juvenile, you know, I'm on the back that ass up to it as well. Seeing him bring out that band, bro, and you know, I remember being at Kurt's office and he got all the drums and all that. Like, man, look, you need to do this. And he, like, you know, he's a white guy. Man, you need that bang, you need that bang. Then to see Juvie do it, I understood what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Because Kurt would get on that motherfucker, beat the drummer. It ain't great, it ain't drumming. Right. But when I get out there with Juve, bro, it feel different. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can see, bro. Like we innovators, bro. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that shit gonna be that. And I done been there with the with the soul music, bro. That shit I like when they be flap.
Hey,
that shit be having me like, I'm telling you, come out there with his lip. Boy, I'm telling you, I go to every time he had that motherfucker out there. Man, fuck that rap shit, man. I'm telling you, you know what he's talking about, bro. That music is a feeling, bro. Like it's, you know, fuck the words. It's just it's a feeling. It moves you, dog. So yeah, man, I'm ready for it.
That's what we need now.
I'm here for
we
it.
need
Fun.
that again.
Like, we need that fun.
We need
family
that fun
shit.
back.
You know, love.
You know?
Man.
It just need to be a mixture of everything, like it was before. Like, that's the only thing that going on now. Everything sounding the same. And then a lot of the old the OGs and stuff, they ain't putting music out like back in the day. Like Atlanta used to have a mixture of everything.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Now you just hearing the same type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the underground music in Atlanta been gone for a long time. You feel me? You hear this, you hear Down Shane. Then you hear Good and Mild. You feel me? You hear Outkast, you hear all that. You know what I'm saying? You go to the west side, you hear Dro. You know what I'm saying? You hear all that. It used to be a mix, like a gumbo. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shawty, can you speak on some of the stuff that you working on though now, man? Because I do understand. I've heard some remnants of Shawty Red going across this radio. Especially with a certain city girl as well. So.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm coming from the city, boys.
Come on now.
It's only right.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I got some things where I just ain't letting people know. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Because, man, you know, you got a lot of hate and people want to compete with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and if I really, you know, like, I'm humble. To a certain extent.
To that button. I just not even about that button.
No, not even that
level, nigga.
Not even that. Like that's why I ain't answering most of the stuff and letting Gipp do it because you know, and the thing is, people they don't see me in the media like that for me to really express how I feel. So I ain't gonna express till I hit them again with some new music.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you catch me later on Instagram Live.
See, that's what I was just about to say. Turk, you think you go crazy on live? This guy right here, he can the tour on live. Yo, no.
You know, you got the trolls. You know,
he go crazy than me.
Hey, man. You know, we gonna get back to the music. But you know what I'm saying?
Now, sometimes you got to go there, though, bro. Like, you got to go there. That's why, you know, this guy always stopping me. You know what I'm saying?
It's this thing. Like, I'm gonna say this, and then we'll go to the projects. But it's this thing where people think you a hoe.
They think it's sweet.
Because you just a producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? Or because such and
you're
such
married.
ain't, or because such and such ain't, you know.
That's right.
Or because they don't see you moving around like you used to move around. They think it's sweet.
Yeah.
So they'll get on your platform when you trying to help somebody
Tagging
else
and
out.
everything.
And they trolling and
Tagging
shit like
motherfuckers
that.
and
You
shit,
know.
yeah.
But back to the music though. You know, me and Gipp been working for years. Like
Yeah.
Gipp is the first artist that ever worked with me and took me to the next level. Cause I used to always work at Zach or Stank on You, and
Yeah.
he was there. Like
Come on.
when I finally got my recognition from doing drama left, right, left, I got signed to MCA Records.
Yeah.
And Gipp, he got on that project then with no hesitation.
Come on
I
now.
can't remember the song we did, but he got on it.
Come on.
And then MCA went bankrupt. Geffen bought him out. They signed Snoop.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I never was able to put that album out because then Geffen went bankrupt.
Yeah.
And the last thing we did, you know, well, not the last thing me and him did, it was just that Drifter record created Sexual Seduction. And that was the last release on Geffen Records. So everything switched. You know what I'm saying? So when I got a new situation, me and Gipp just stayed doing records.
Yeah.
We
And
moved
then-
to LA.
Yeah, we moved to LA. Yeah.
Talk about that LA life though, man, cause y'all A-Town players love to go out there and get lost.
Well, that's second home, cause you know.
You say, hey, go ahead, Sean.
Yeah. And if you know, you got
You
really
got this one.
You got to really have a pass to be out there in LA.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and that's second home though. So I be out there with Snoop,
Yeah.
Corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Peace of mind. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, I was just working like. And Gipp would come to the house.
Yeah.
I cook Gipp food, but you gotta have that cold Coca-Cola.
That Coca-Cola.
You gotta have that cold Coca-Cola. Big Gipp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
You know, and we just work. You
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
we would just build records and we'd sit there, you know, and I let them hear stuff. I'm like, I'm thinking about putting CeeLo on this. Or
Yeah.
I'm thinking about putting, you know, such and such on this. Cause I remember it was a time I couldn't get the whole Goody Mob together. I could get him,
Yeah.
and I get Cujo.
Yeah.
But I remember booking Patchwork one day, and Gipp brought all of them in.
My God.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk about that session, Shawty.
Oh man, I still got that session.
Crazy.
You feel me? I
How
still
did
got
you
that.
feel when the whole mob touched down?
Man, I
to
knew
jam
I
with
had
Shawty
made
Red?
it. I knew I made it when me and Gipp
Yeah.
was like this, cause that's like my uncle. That's like an uncle to me. You
Exactly.
feel me? I call him about anything. Like I call him before I even snap on
See
somebody. I
that?
say, hey,
Come on.
I'm feeling a certain type of way. You feel how you think I'm smooth? Like, you feel me? But nah, like I was sitting there like, man, cause you know you watch them on TV as a kid, so
Yeah.
it's like still to this day everything's still surreal to me.
Yeah.
And then I hate going out because I don't look at myself like somebody might see me. And you
Yeah.
know how Atlanta is. You feel me? You know, and
They
this is
see
different
you.
Atlanta now.
Yeah.
So like you don't know who
You don't know
saying
who the
what
hell
up, South.
seeing you.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
me? Like you don't know.
Hey.
So you know, I kind of like move around and just try to stay in the studio. But when that happened, it was just like I was sitting there like, damn, I got to. And then you want to film it. We had cameras, but you don't want to film it
Exactly.
because you don't want the music to
The
get
vibe.
leaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you don't want to throw nobody off and
Yeah.
shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And man, it was just it was a blessing, man.
So
when
niggas don't like the camera like that.
yeah, but then when you doing stuff like that, it's like, man, he go over there be with Big and be like, yeah, we was just with Shawty Red, boom, boom. Shawty got some heat. It
Yeah.
be stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they'll play it and like, Shawty did that. You know, it be stuff like that. And
Yeah.
that's how you get in them other rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people, I didn't know Shawty Red did music like that. So Gipp always co-signed me
Yeah.
on my other sound of music, and we still got more to go. Like me and Gipp got a bunch of records. I just sent him a couple of records that he had lost because, you know what I'm saying, something had happened.
I came back home, man, and that was the first some of them damn sliders. I went to the the stank on it. I went over there. I'm over there. What was that? North Druid Hill, right?
Yeah.
I go to the gas station. I go in there, I come outside, I say, I see a fool with his feet hanging out the car. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what? And
What we doing?
My homeboy Goldie was with me.
Yeah.
Goldie pulled up, you know, he got the fire. I'm just like,
Exactly.
and then when I seen, I said, oh man, that's a kid, man. Let him go. And then
Yeah.
I went to the car. He took my whole laptop,
drive.
bro.
Everything.
Everything I recorded in LA,
Damn.
I lost. I lost a whole album with Mr. DJ.
What?
And I lost the whole album that I did with Shawty out there. I lost 2 albums when they stole my shit. So,
And the crazy shit, I was just talking to him. He wasn't even in the store that long.
yeah,
Oh my
I just
God.
walked in.
Like he just walked in. By the
that's
time
when
I
I-
called him back, he like, you ain't gonna believe it. I said, and he told me. I was like, dang.
And you would think niggas would have enough sense to hear them and say, hey, let me at least just email it back to
Man,
him.
then that's what I got on the, and then I looked at the
They
news.
probably
They talking about
still
some
got that shit out there,
They
man.
got sliding,
They sliding.
and that's when the
Yeah.
sliding was going
Yeah.
on. I was like, what the hell is a slider? I thought that was a hamburger.
Hey, we need that music. We need that music back now. We need that music back, man.
I got
We
most
got a
of it.
reward out for that music, man.
I got
You know
most.
what I'm
I got
saying?
most of what
Yeah.
we did, and I got a couple of MP3s from him and
We
the
saved
project
your
he
life,
did
man. We could have took your
with
life,
DJ.
man.
Yeah,
You know, bring that music
But
back,
that was crazy.
man.
That was
For
crazy.
real.
But
Yeah.
we got most of it, so I just sent them a couple of records that I found off the hard drive.
That's crazy.
What was your favorite studio session, though, Shawty, to where you felt like you were just getting your creative stuff off, sir?
Man, I would say when they came to Patchwork.
Yeah.
So
I ain't,
was
I
he
ain't
just...
had nothing bigger than that.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I ain't had
So
nothing
when you
bigger than
walked in there, because he plays that music, was this man glowing on them keys?
Yeah, man, because
Uh-huh.
you got to understand that if you just look at Jeezy's first album, the
Yeah.
most important producer on that album,
Come on, man.
him and Manny Fresh. That
Come
was
on.
smart. That was smart as fuck for Jeezy to do
Yeah.
that. I got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Manny, at that time, nobody was using Manny's sound.
Come on.
And his sound was just perfect to go with it. So
He
to
changed
come
the
out
game.
And then had that Shawty Red he had that play.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I look at it right now that Shawty still got so much to win. He got so many more plays to win because
Yeah.
people didn't think that his actual beat and his concepts went deeper than just rap. You
Come
know what
on.
I mean? And that's why I know that even when people hear the music we did it. But I'm like, man, I can't wait till you put a mix on
Yeah.
some of this stuff. Because I'm
That's
over
what
here
he
like,
said to me,
I'm
yeah.
over here like, man, I ain't gonna rap no more. I'm a rap. I'm a rap a little. Like I do my projects even with my man James Worthy. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah,
me and James. He a R&B producer, R&B artist. So me doing music with him, that gives me a way of writing softer records when. Good and all, we ain't talk about a girl not 2-3 times. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the rest of that shit was all elbow grease.
Come on.
So that's why I say that I get to go do the R&B thing, but then when Shawty was like, man, Gibby, you know I got these records. I'm like, boy, niggas ain't even heard Gibby
Yeah.
Shawty low on the beat.
Yeah.
Like, we might be able to crank that goddamn stroker back up, man.
Right.
We might be able to
Yeah.
get out there and crank that stroker
Yeah.
back up,
Come
man.
on.
It feel like that Jazzy Tees, man, like
Yeah.
some of that. And I'm like, all he got to do is put the whip on it. I'm just gonna be interested to see how people take it.
Yeah.
Like to hear Gipp on top of Shawty beats. Like,
Yeah.
Cause we ain't kept it like this. Ain't nobody heard it.
Yeah, ain't nobody heard it.
So which way did you take it with Gipp though with the music? Did you hit Gipp with the trap? Did you hit him
Nah,
with
it's
the
like, it's-
melodic stuff? What we do?
What I do is like, I got my own. It's either they come to the house or they come to the studio.
Yeah.
But it's private. So
Okay.
like I just pick what you want.
Yeah.
What vibe. And I just play it and we just can't do it.
Okay.
I just put them to the side. I play a mixture of everything because what people don't understand is like, well, I'm a huge Prince fan.
That's facts.
So if you ever seen me play piano, you'd be like, oh yeah, he Prince for real. Like,
Yeah.
in my music, like I got an album called Purple. I ain't even dropped yet. I just sent the record to CeeLo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got CeeLo on the record already.
I
Yeah.
got CeeLo on the record too.
Yeah, that's why
Gipp,
I was
need
gonna
you
tell
too,
you.
man.
But like with me,
He done called you out,
Yeah.
Gipp. He done called you out, Gipp.
yeah. But like with me
Yeah.
and Gipp, it's like with anybody. I be like, what you want to hear? You like, just press play.
Yeah.
Just press play. And whatever you like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we record on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And either I'll do a hook, he'll come up with a hook, you know what I'm saying? Because the last song we did was me, him, and Daz. It was called
Daz.
What You Waiting For.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it ended up on their album, what is it, ATLA?
Yeah, ATLA.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on their
yeah.
album. You know what I'm saying?
Answer me this, fellas, and this is for all three of y'all. In a perfect world, moving this music industry forward, what would you want to see happen tomorrow in music for this thing to be able to stand the test of time?
Atlanta, the city, create a record label.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
If Atlanta, the city, created a record label and let Kasim Reed be the lawyer.
That's
Oh my
hard.
God.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Like, because Kasim understands this business from so many angles and has handled so many artists' career that I feel like if we had somebody like him that would be the forefront of an Atlanta label,
Yeah.
artists could get paid, right?
Yeah.
We could have an ecosystem that can grow these artists, and we had the chitlin circuit to perfect these artists. And I
Exactly.
don't think that we would need any other, parts of America to build what we could build here in Atlanta. And I just think that we could build something as a city if everybody was involved right now.
Oh, my
We
God.
could really create something that would be great for these kids.
Yeah.
You snap.
I agree with Gipp, man, because Atlanta is like that, the Black Hollywood. It's like New York and LA,
Yeah.
And you got film and you have music. We can't leave the film out,
Yeah.
Because the main reason I moved here was to holler at Tyler Perry,
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, just being involved in the music. I always used to lie to people. Yeah, man, I stay in Atlanta. I was lying like a motherfucker. But now I really do live out here. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here 3 years, bro. So a lot of people be getting mad, bro, and getting jealous. But you got to give props where props due, bro. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta is New York and LA together, and it's the South. Everybody here, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's multicultural, like, you know what I'm saying?
But
So I agree with him.
You always gotta remember too, like, a lot of people don't have morals. You know what I'm saying? It's like how you was raised. I'm a grandma boy, so when I go talk to Gipp, you know what I'm saying? I have more, yes sir. Like, I would call him yes sir when I met him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, now I call him what's up, what's up, OG? You know what I'm saying? Then he don't even like the OG.
Yes, yeah,
Like,
That's why I don't even go there. I'm like, get
what's up, But stuff like that is like more like when you raise, right? A lot of these people, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand it more. Like, even opening the door for
Exactly.
Lady, grandma, and a kid,
anything.
anybody.
Like, so a lot of these people, like, you got half people that got some morals, and you got some that don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always gonna be a clash, and I think that's where the jealousy and the envy come from, because how you was raised.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, fellas, do y'all have anything else that y'all need these people to know, man?
Hey, man, Shawty Red.
Shout it.
Yes,
coming,
sir,
he
man. You know we
coming.
coming. The album, we've been working
I can't
on it
wait
for a
this,
minute.
man.
The music already done, unless he want to do something new. But
Okay.
I mean, we got
You
an
gonna press
album.
this
Yeah,
button?
music.
Shout
Is it
it.
gonna be
Yeah.
independent, or y'all looking to get a major co-sign behind it?
I mean, this.
I
Shawty-
mean, we independent, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But if we can make a
Independent is
play,
the new major.
I'ma holler at him first about
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we our own bosses.
We is the
we our own
Exactly.
CEOs,
Yeah.
CEOs and stuff like that. But
Come on.
We the
you know,
new major for
yeah,
real.
yeah,
for
yeah.
real.
Come
That's
on.
why I called B Hot and was like,
Yeah.
you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, hey man, we need to come up here.
It's a
You know what
difference,
I'm
man,
saying?
when you can make the call yourself.
Yeah.
You don't gotta depend
Come on.
on
But this an
nobody else,
honor
man.
though. It's like, I was like, man, he was like, you need to drop your EP. I was like, okay, well, we need to drop our stuff. And I sent him the records. He had forgot about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think he had forgot. And he
Yeah.
was like, ooh, this hard.
Come
you know what I'm saying?
on. Come on.
So we got work to do, but it's coming out. It's definitely coming out.
Well, when it drop, I need to have me a copy of it so I can marinate on it, and then bring y'all back up here so I can go bar for bar, beat for beat,
Yeah.
and figure out
I
exactly
need
what's
to be
going on
on
in
that
y'all
thing
mind.
if it ain't finished.
No, it ain't finished.
No, we
I
don't
go
get
studio
it
at my house. I got 48 hours unless you
we got you. We got you. We
You know,
put you on there, you feel me?
Y'all
We put
know
you
I'm
on there.
always I'm politicking on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put you on there.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm put
Yeah.
my bid in.
Exactly.
We got you. But pretty much that's it, man.
Thank you
feel
so
me?
much.
We
And
coming.
You know I'm here for whatever, and I need my Gipp clothing. I'm a beat turn to the punch. I need all my Gipp stuff. Shout it.
You already know.
Come on, man. We need all that.
Yeah, you already
Come
know.
on.
Hey, man, I'm the brand ambassador to this gift.
Get down with the movement. Be High Radio. Shout it, Mr. YNT. Turn. Shout it, Red. Big Gipp.
Real.
We gone.
Hood.